I really don't feel like putting a video to this. I only got like a couple hours in, and it's not to dig at Crimson Desert. This is just to go over the basic, stupid design decisions overall. Because the game is amazing. It's not fully what I wanted to be. What I wanted for this game was to be just Black Desert without the bullshit. Sadly, there is a lot of TDM bullshit, and some parts even worse than Black Desert was. So the whole knowledge thing. Let's go over that real quick. I like the knowledge aspect. The knowledge thing is cool in some regards because like when you talk to NPCs and the NPCs like, hey, there I'll mention this like recipe or whatever, or something that sounds interesting. It's like cool, I can note that down, it'll be my knowledge thing, I can look it up later, do the recipe, go to the place that they mentioned, etc. etc. But a lot of the other issue is there's a lot of just nonsensical bullshit that just there that has no purpose, no meaning. It's just there to be there. It's just filler to give the NPC something to say, type of thing. Sometimes, and it gets annoying when you deal with that because you're thinking like, oh hey, what's this person gonna say? They're a white dot on the mini map. They clearly they're gonna point me in like a direction that fucking matters. But half the time they just say the same shit over and over again. It never leads to anything, and it just annoys the fuck out of you. It's just like stupid crap like that. But like it's a minor takeaway. So another thing that kind of like not ruins, but like just annoys you is when it comes to the knowledge thing. It's like every single fucking item in a shop, well, literally every single item. It depends because like sometimes once you discover one thing, it kind of unlocks info about other things that are kind of like the same thing but reskins. But what you have to do is you have to sit there and hover over it and hover over it and hover over it. And then that's how you get knowledge in every fucking item. You gotta sit there, hey, learning about the item, downloading now. Every fucking part, every shop is like that. And like that's it, just having that in the game by default will suck the fucking life out of you when you're trying to just look through the things, just get general information, see what item does what real quick. It sucks so much time out of that process that it just starts just draining on you and you just don't want to do it anymore. It's like, okay, now I gotta go to this shop and hover over this for 2 seconds or 3 seconds, and then this for 3 seconds, and then that for 3 seconds, just to fucking just get it done and over with. And then like instead of having like, and then like every shop has to have its own like inventory expansion slot by one for like 50 copper or whatever. That's whatever here or there. It kind of gives you an incentive to check out every shop because they always have what you kind of need in that aspect. So like that's neither here or there. It's whatever. It's not like a design decision that's good or bad. It's just there. Um, what are some other like really the holding E to do everything? Oh my fucking god! You can't talk to a motherfucker without holding E. You can't just press it. Pressing E is fucking. They gotta retard proof this game for these fucking retard morons that like, oh no, I made a mistake and pressed E when I didn't mean to. So instead of unfucking my mistake like any human being would want to do, of their own volition, I have to have my game completely retard proof because that way I can't make mistakes now because there's so many retard proof mechanics that I can't make a simple mistake anymore by pressing buttons I didn't mean to press. Now everyone has to suffer because I'm a retard. Thank you, retards of the world. You made video games annoying. I'm so glad you exist. So, you can't talk to anybody without holding E. You can't loot anything without holding E. And God forbid you want to loot something off the fucking ground. You're in a sewer with like 10,000 fucking candles. You're constantly turning them off and turning them on instead of fucking looting the goddamn item because it keeps thinking you want to interact with the fucking stupid ass candle that's on the fucking floor instead of picking up the goddamn jar it's worth 2 fucking copper. Like, it's just, oh, that shit drives me fucking insane. Just let me press fucking E. Why is that so much to ask for? I just want to look at the item, press E like in Skyrim, and loot the bitch. Why can't I do that? Oh, here we go. Interacting with NPCs. You know how normally you go up to an NPC in most RPGs and you just go and you just press E to like talk to them or just press a different button to shop or there'd be like a little, you interact with them, it zooms in like with Skyrim and you fucking go up and down through the list of options you have for the NPC. Simple shit. Basically, everyone's fine with that system. There's nothing wrong with it. What did they decide to do? Oh, hey, just simply hitting E or R to shop when you hover over an NPC to do that. That's a merchant. Instead of just having that, why not make it so they can have an extra step and hit control first and then do that? Why is there an extra step in a basic fucking function of an RPG game? Why can't I just press fucking E on the goddamn shop person to talk to him, or press R to shop to them when I hover over them? Why do I have to press fucking control, Pearl Abyss? What the fuck is wrong with you? Who is playing the game like, you know what I can't I don't want to do? I don't want to hover over somebody and interact with them. I want to press a button and then interact with them. A button that no one's going to be thinking about. Who wants to press fucking control to do anything? You press control as like a quick, like that's World of Warcraft. That's when you're doing your hot bars. You have an extra hot bar, and you've already been through like shift through five, and you've already been through alt 2 through 5. Control is your last fucking resort at that point for setting up some keybinds that you already don't have keybind for an extra hot bar because you need it for some reason. That's what control is. Control is an afterthought, not what you want to be utilizing. So not only that, but when it comes to keybinds, they have certain keybinds set to like certain multiple things to one key. But God forbid you want to rebind things and do the multiple keys, like the multiple things to one key thing. Nope, the game freaks the fuck out. You can't do that. Nope. Oh, you want to bind something to block and then have another feature be like the also the block button, and then you want to bind something else to the same button again. Nope, can't do that. Nope, only the developers can set it up that way. If you try to do it that way, the game doesn't know how to fucking function. Why code that in? Why set that up to be a thing? No one's gonna want to rebind our perfectly set up bindings that are stupid as fuck and make no sense. No one wants to do that. Everyone wants to hit F3 to use their quick food instead of binding it to something that's more reasonable like R or F or something else, and then bind that F key to something else they would utilize that's not their quick button when they're doing something else. It's just like, oh my fucking god, dude. And I know why the fucking UI is set up this way and so retardedly fucking bound and retard proof and everything. It's because you fucking controller peasants. You guys ruin video games with your shitty ass fucking limited button controllers that everything has to be bound around and set up around in order for your shitty ass fucking controllers to function. God, I can't stand controller users, man. You're fucking peasants. Learn how to play with a keyboard and mouse. The only thing a controller beats a keyboard and mouse in is arcade games. Arcade fighters are the only things controllers have a massive advantage over. Other than that, keyboard and mouse beats you fucking. It's not even. It's night and day, man. Not even fucking close. But yeah. So they have to retard proof everything and make it fucking annoying to make it so these fucking gamepad peasants can play the fucking video game. Thank you. I love it. But yeah, no, it's just like stupid shit. Like no one on keyboard and mouse is using their F keys to interact with the video game. Never in my once have I ever bound an F key to something. The only exception to that was in WoW for when markers and raid markers. I would just hit F1 for skull, F2 for star, or whatever the fuck it is. That's the only exception. Because it's just like a thing you just hit once and done. You're not gonna be like, oh man, I'm in the middle of combat. Oh, let me use my potion. F3, F3. F3. Yeah. That's how I want to do my potion spam. And of course, they kept the potion spam mechanic in. God forbid you make it so a game has any other like actual form of sustain, or make it so that you don't fucking immediately take like half your HP in a couple hits or whatever. Nope, you gotta have the potion spam mechanic instead. Now it's food. Man, I was hoping the potion bullshit would be gone, but nope. They just iterated it with a different. They just code it with a new coat of paint. And there you go. Now you got your potion spam, but it's just food buffs now. Fucking Christ, dude. But just it's like just those are just minor nuances. So okay, so there's that bullshit. There's the loot bullshit, and it's like, oh, but you can get a pet, and the pet can do it for you. It's like that's a quality of life thing that shouldn't be like what I need to get right away to not deal with bullshit in the game. Like I wouldn't mind just going and pressing E myself. I just want to press E. Just let me press the fucking button, not hold the fucking button like a Riri for 2 seconds. Press the fucking button. I want to go up to an NPC and press E to talk to them. I want to press R to shop with them. I don't want to hit control and then hit the button because I'm a Riri and the game has to Riri proof everything. It's like just let me hit the button. If I accidentally talk to somebody I don't want to talk to, guess what I can do? Just not talk to them anymore. Oh my god, dude, it's rocket fucking science. Holy shit. Like who are you future proofing these decisions for? Like, what kind of retard are you thinking of that, like, oh my god, they're not gonna play the game anymore, but they don't hold E to loot an item and they accidentally loot something else they don't mean to loot. And they have to go in their inventory and throw it out real quick or do whatever the fuck they want with it because they're the ones that made the dumbass decision, so they deal with the consequences of it. Why do you gotta retard proof people? I mean, games for that kind of person? Fuck that kind of person. If they can't handle the fact that they pressed something they didn't mean to press and they can't go through their inventory, throw it out, deal with it, or just deal with it and sell it later or whatever the fuck, then fuck them. Don't design your game around them. They're retarded. They're not worth any sort of investment of your time, your design, or anything else. Let the retards be retards. If they don't want to play the game, that's on them. And like I said, this isn't a thing to dig at the game itself. These are minor takeaways that are dumb decisions, and I just want to point them out because they're fucking they grate on you over time, and there's no way to get rid of them. There's no way to get rid of the 10 times zoom camera going up your asshole every time you want to block. I wish there was, but there's no way to get rid of it. Get rid of it. There's no point in that. Why is that the fucking terms of service when I want to use my block button that the camera has to go in my fucking asshole and I can't see shit? How does that make any sense? Why not just let me just hold my shield up in the same fucking view I was fighting in and fight that way? Why do I have to have it be in my ass? Get it out of my ass. What is with these video games and the camera being in my asshole? I don't want the camera in my asshole. You may want the camera in your asshole, but I sure as fuck don't. I'm not into that shit. Fucking Christ, dude. That shit ruins so many fucking games. And every single fucking game does this fucking design decision when it comes to the camera being in your asshole whenever you lock on, or fucking guard, or fucking do whatever when it comes to combat. It's stupid. Stop it. What are some other fucking annoying tidbits that just are stupid? It's mainly just those. Was there like anything else that just grated on? I mean, the voice acting, but like I kind of expected that because the Black Desert voice acting wasn't that great as it was. It kind of was just the same soulish. Oh hey, look at this! Look at that! What about this over there? There's no like acting in the voice acting. It's just like them phoning in a bunch of lines, and then like the game just rotates it through a list, and that's the whole interaction with NPCs. It's just like here's your response that's phoned in, here's their phoned out response, and it's just oh my god, dude. Like the very second guy you talk to, like I remember that shit. He's just like, don't worry, they're not gonna catch me. I'm the best there ever is. They're totally not catching me, I swear. Remember when I said they weren't gonna catch me? It's like why did you have to say that 4 times in a fucking row in different ways of saying it? Like there's no need for that. There's no grounds for that. It's just like he's like that retard that doesn't want to shut the fuck up and just has to keep reiterating the same thing over and over again until like you acknowledge him. It's like that's nice, Timmy. That's cool. We know they're not gonna catch you. It's okay, Timmy. You're good. You're good. Go out there and go do what you need to do. Like that shit. Like and then so like that's the one thing with IGN I can agree on. There is that soulless part with like interacting with the NPCs. They don't feel like you're interacting with people sometimes. Like because like when there's like the certain things when you mention recipes, like oh man, I like this like certain thing. Like I put like these carrots and these cucumbers or whatever the fuck. Like I don't remember what exactly the recipe the guy mentioned, but it's like oh hey, this is really good. You should try it out. And they're like oh hey, that is kind of cool. I wanna cook that. I wanna see how it tastes and shit. And like those parts are cool, and then it's just like, and then like then you'll have the other parts where the NPCs just saying the same useless dialogue over and over. These goblins and bandits are gonna run me ragged. These goblins and bandits are gonna run me ragged. Every time you go near this guy, the goblins and bandits are gonna run me ragged. The goblins and bandits are gonna run me ragged. The goblins and bandits are gonna run me ragged. It's just like Godzilla approaching the generator. Like there should be like a thing with like where you heard like a certain dialogue for somebody, like it just locks out that dialogue and you just can't interact with them anymore. Like if they got nothing more to say besides that one line of dialogue you've already heard anymore, just lock the NPC out of being interacted with until they got something useful to say. That's just my view on it. I don't know. I know it's probably gonna be a bitch to set it up that way. I can see it being kind of annoying the code and like get like the possible checks correct. Maybe it's not as hard as I probably think it is, but like that's how I would do it. So that way people would know, hey, if someone's lit up, it's for a reason, and it's not because they're gonna say the goblins and bandits are gonna run me ragged. The goblins and bandits are gonna run me ragged. The goblins and bandits are gonna run. And you think it's like because like the person patrols around, so you think like, oh hey, this probably isn't the same dude I talked to earlier. And we talked to him. The goblins and bandits are gonna run me ragged. Fuck. It's like, God damn it, it's this fucking retard again. And still, of course, he's lit up like he has purpose, but he doesn't. And that's like the one annoying tidbit thing when it comes to that. Like I hate when I think like, oh hey, this person has a dot on them, that means they're gonna be somewhat useful. And then sometimes they won't have a dot on them at all. You gotta talk to them first, and then they'll provide you some useful information. So there's whole like the indicators don't really indicate what they're supposed to indicate, and half the time they're not even there. Like I wish you, because like that's what I liked about like original Black Desert was like when it came to like new knowledge and stuff. You had like the little question mark dude, and like you talk to him. He's like, "Oh, you gained some knowledge," or and you had to play that stupid mini game thing to like get some of it sometimes. Like I wish it was like that completely. Like that system was fine. There was just stupid decisions within it that they had to tweak, and they could have just kept that. It's like, oh hey, question mark, he has some new information for you, and then it's like boom, you get knowledge on it, and you go from there. But no, like half the NPCs have it, half of it don't. You don't know who the fuck's actually going to provide you with something useful, so you got to sit there and go through every single person, hoping they don't tell you some useless garbage. It's just annoying when like when you have indicators and they don't function as they should, and then half the time they're not even there. It's like, come on, man, come on, Pearl Abyss, can you do better? Do better. But no, like apart from that though, the game is good overall. You just have to rebind some keys. You just have to, I mean, provided the game like doesn't freak the fuck out when you're trying to set things up a certain way. Because like the thing is, I'm fine with like spreading my binds out if I need to, because I can do that. But I'd much rather the option of not having to do that. I'd much rather be able to bind certain things to the same button because I know I'm never gonna be ever pressing those two different interactions at the same time. So like say like you have your E count ball thing bound to like loot, but it's also I mean that's already the basic function of the game. Like say like you bind R to something, but you also want R to still be the shot button. So like you're pressing R to like kick somebody. Actually, wait, no, that could be a bad setup. What could be a good use for like you can use R for like food or something, and then when you hover over NPCs, it would do the shot button, so it would negate the food being activated or the potion or whatever, and then you would just interact with the shopkeeper. I mean, yeah, there's times where it can mess up and like you think you're hovering over somebody and that and you just eat your food instead, but you know, I'm the moron that set it up that way. Let me deal with the consequences of my actions. Don't retard proof it and make it so I can't do what I want to do. Don't do that. When you're designing fucking bindings, don't do that. That's stop catering to retards. Please just let me bind things, trial and error my key binds, and then I can go from there and reset them back up how I could figure everything out to be useful and not have as many mistakes as possible. I want the ability to be able to trial and error keybind setups. I don't want the game telling me I can't do that because I'm too retarded to figure out what I want to do. The game has to tell me and restrict everything for me. I can't do the things that I should be able to do because you set them up that way to begin with. You know, like guard being not only guard, but guard plus blind plus guard plus this plus examine plus that. But no, if I try to do that, nope, I gotta bind different keys to different things. Even though you originally had the same key to like three different things, but nope, I can't do that. Nope, that's too much. That's too much. But no, it's just like the annoying tidbits. Like just get rid of the hold buttons and the control thing to interact with shop NPCs. Just let me just press E on them when I hover over them. Come on, man. It's a basic fucking function. It takes someone with 2 IQ to figure this out. Oh hey, we got a shop NPC. How do you want to interact with them? Oh, we can just go up and press E to greet them. Oh, you want to shop with them? Just press R. but you just have to soft lock over them. Oh my god, it took it. Oh my god, dude, all the brain power it took to come up with that simple solution to the fucking possible problem. Instead, oh, what if we just put a control button in? Then they can do the interactions. Why? I'm already soft locked over them. Let me just hit the fucking buttons. Just hit the button. Like, come on, man. But like, all I can hope for is that Pearl Abyss some point makes these like a feature of the game, and then it won't be as annoying and just needless tedium for the sake of tedium. That's what like it feels like a lot of beginner shit is. Just like it's like needless bullshit for the sake of needless bullshit. Like you don't need like it's like when you would go into a shop in most RPGs, there would be tooltips saying what the item does, what's it about, etc., etc. So instead of but there's the tooltips, but then it's like you got to unlock the tooltips. It's like why? What is the purpose? What fulfillment do I gain by oh downloading the information or a retard bot? Oh, now I can see what it does. Yay! Yay! I looked at the item for 2 seconds and now I know what it does because I downloaded the information. Yay! Instead of just feel like it's just there, look at it, read it, do what you want. Like, why is there an extra step to a basic function that's been in video games since the beginning of fucking video games? Like, come on. Like, oh my god, dude. Just why? Why do I have to hold E to loot shit? Just hit E. Hit E. It's not hard. Or at least like give me the fucking options to turn it off. Like they at least should have thought of that far ahead. Be like, oh hey, someone might not like this shit. You know what we could put in the options to possibly make them happy? Turn the retard proof mechanics off. That's all you have to do is like toggle retard mechanics and then boom, yes or no. And then you try to say no and it tells you all the retard proof mechanics it turns off. And they'll be like, thank you, I'm not a retard. I'm glad you have that option. Because I don't want the games treating me like I'm a fucking retard. It's annoying. Treat me like I'm a fucking human being with some respect, you fucking assholes. Alright, that's enough ranting and raving. These are just like I said, these are minor tidbits. They can drain on you over time, but they don't massively take away the game. I just want to discuss them and throw them out there so that way anyone who hasn't got the game and hasn't noticed that as they're watching people play the game can know about that knowledge up front before they go and you know play it and stuff. Like it's like a mental prep type of informing you thing. Like there's gonna be like this annoying bit of tedium. You just got to get through it, and that way you can fully enjoy the game. All right, peace.